The best be man who abantem biam say nyam ko ade the man should be blamed. Did you baby crump on the account nyansa ka say wona aye be man ti wona anem nyansa. Na the man Jimmy the mo nka say na mo Jimmy Jimmy. Na no kroma say aha on say eh. Ogyaba is not doing right. Somewhere because make the one is so akatua no wanya no.
Ene enum guase.
Ene enum guase wanya no. Ka ne kru wa na aye ma. Na apie because they say juma wo dey anu no dey a ene na eye so pass so anyame yensi na twetwe. De oni pa be gu no and one will be twa. De wo gu ye na aso aba na dey a ene na wo no you deserve what you are going through. Ye ya mamre wo Ghana ha no. Ye ko aware a na ya kan kire bass ene na mental antes o motu safo no. Unya ade a fabra fie ubo kade a be ma nemfa. Kwase ya besi. Sex is not a business for women. However, we all enjoy from the sex. The enjoy we na a pregnancy whatever na ba it's not obi na akumantwi. Enti yemfa won tanse ankobo no. Enti mesere say saa de ne de moma yenya na basa maya no be gya sa jimi na o mu jimi a o ya no ne obeda na de obi jimi a bible no kan say obi jimi ka say waji.
Dem akwa about the Godson TV Global yene Pastor Julios edin komo. Is it radio no dey o ye asofidie ne kan. Is it a station na ho asem. Nkomo de e bia piano pe. Abia mo akwa ba. Edin komo ache.
Ache eja. Zaja o ze untia. Oti hanso untia.
Echini ngwa mene namza.
Ura de ja go ponya. Na me ho mo bo.
Di on.
Obre na.
Bezo office cry no just say. Omo ye no menya.
Omo benya.
Me ben na misi.
Ze say there. Uni adaje. Ate ade be ma obre no watwa so aba.
Amen.
Obre nya kwada.
Akoma. Mo yi ne we ne makose. Makose.
Makose.
Okay. Makose.
Oh, makose mo kwa ni. Makose mo kwa. So mze kroma de nyame adom. Makozie nyame ehira. Enti baby ebe ko bia no doma edi echi no ekoso edi echi ene yeko nti nyame adom makose is doing well.
Mo hwe the mileage ana mo wo if that them any say ya mo improvement ana
I won't say media and the onya free baby ko baby sa na normally ya na followers and some of them struggle to find out they are more anti for now no baby na anya hu say your Ezra
still
oh yeah baby na say to that opie baby pastor Julios now say mo he waka John say your Ezra so it means that still an any pan baby na no anya hu say your Ezra but then nkofo etie pa there is no doubt about that then say you call crying so nyane tamale bolga ni adenti nkofo etie from afar but that stand followers pa na
ya wu amamu e bigu so hwehwe
so hwehwe pa serious enti any opportunity bia ye benya bia na ye dey ato o mon class your Ezra 94.1 FM and Ezra TV said they almost between adjoin enti people are still getting on board and we are
there is this perception about as of form only media houses so mo adwuma ya odivo go fiam bonza yesofo ne de na tse
anyway ya na obia ne it depends on how I be when nipa interactions e but so far me pan say prophet papa there is no issue there's any to say okay and for na so for adwuma ya there so for mo media no mo ntene ma but so far so good I mean adom say am fan say ko be year now ko is about be fan say be 3 months we try 1 year but we are cool
there's one thing about asofo bebrena media here emza na nkrofo meti bibia say station no aye program ne bia bloggers bi fast stories no call be at TikTok YouTube omo react e ba na asofo side na omo nti that concept na say the other stations no be ma kwan am videos there's no copyright issue it was a crowdfunding videos be no problem but the choir software oh far I was so confirm if in ho and sane ma no eboa.
I think it depends on our understanding of the pastor.
Okay.
I just say me am a media person say or china bi na me be media house. Why will not allow will not allow
blogger.
Why won't I allow a blogger to pick up my stories? Because personally, I know at the end. But obi o ha won ti ase. Ono hu ne say o blogger nko mo fa ko didi ne video. That is one of the ideas. On say now is out there say. I thought I caption I wanted 2 years stories so kan nya no kra interview obey me nyese na me kan ye yes the mbedi enti na ma ye caption say be attracted. So there is this perception out there. Say bloggers and captions some of them stories na they be kwa nya no kra all because of wide mileage when nipa ne be nya enti no any say. And once you come in to pick the story be no number one the fear of so be twisting and some no high. And all twisting so they will be dinting na all twisting na all no na person obo no. So there is this idea that the blogger is not picking the story to help
all station.
The station, but no. So also there every business-minded person will not allow that. But when we let them understand, say it is not about say blog and obedi, but some way somehow it is also trying to boost also mileage now. No, I think they are good.
At the end of the day, story now all you say okosha. A man course in the woman, Pastor Julios,
yes.
A Ezra.
And
I think every blogger be had a credit man baby a story.
Oh yes, and therefore that one there.
Unim, the problem is me hear a gospel fraternity now. And the gospel musicians be brinano. You promote you on even radio because and the radio be a grano or streaming live either Facebook or on YouTube. And the copyright. Go on so. But secular for no. Shatawale stone boy money I don't know. But especially Shatawale in the sarcodium, omuni copyright issues. Nti ba or betimi di aye den a trendy aye den enye. But about a gospel you cannot. You dare not touch because obelieve says so be benye ska on home. Aye den you do say. It we as a for na James gospel for na agirim.
On say yeah Christopher ankasa no ohwe on say Bible go aka say esum mane nim han enim nyansa chen han ma no. It was in a contest.
Okay.
Because there are a lot of things those are so called wiase na ye ka o de onima ruade on fan home my Christian. Ye oni obi wo wa he will not care so much about it, but o Christian if he said being a gospel artist I should be concerned. Now the issue of say or the copyright also the copyright is say obi be kwa kofa na nyum na be bole same nyum ba be didi ho.
Okay.
Oh, now this perception no they be ameka say wa nyum no wunyai efri nyame ho e na wo bo ana won so wo the ideas be na keken bo ma wo the boy eno ni ade. Number one, so what boy we are it is up to the media houses to also play the song so that also be higher mileage you know. It's now the copyright atoso just because obi be kwa kofa akobo akodi di ho no. So also on the other hand it is affecting also or trend.
Okay.
And on the omo nwene the omo dwene say me the copyright to say obi nkodi di ho. But if he said
a message
now will send it across. So message now will send across one limited message to certain people. And they said okay. Your program say you say OBI started program be open. And for all you know, and you be officer and can be and be the copyright also. Sometimes how to even get to the owner of the now nippon or born and you cry to confirm some means and I mean you so. Because I open to my wadia and accompany for wadia. Me was a copyright be and naswa. Can be to me picking a simple. Now after all,
so more mileage you be our baby our thing. One a
boy, your name is going. And never be able to social media at Daroma. Because an obonyuma sell lunch and one no manza. Dinner obenyano and I'll do home. And the lunch and nipa doesn't kind of beba. But a dinner now could be say, oh, as me seen a born you a corner idea. Then people will now be looking for you and your brother to your mind. You bet me didn't but say oh man for more there, it means dinner so intimate question. Say dinner so intimate question you can enjoy from gospel work now.
Because I'm say can be in a but say obi releasing gospel song system no ho ya migrate dane enti one follow baby aye connect akra wo be catchy e kan so obi be bonyom enche untimi mo because almost obi our live and the station be news
yeah
or sports or then or live obi kuta ne phone and ohwe onya ko pese o ko break bi ba nanka obɔ nwum bi mo de mutimi ye show kra na mo de nwum bi ato na mo sa ka efe but this a mute copyright intino the ohwe na o follow you know afi onte anyom and one thing also has to do with meti sa secular for ni bebre akora bi a rendition of his or her song otimi correction no even a Nigeria the video money ade o mutimi ko adapt akora bi sakora na to na nyom kama or rap na nyom or rendition but the okroma or this year ba presla mo ne nkora no huna amane no okofa panyini bi nyom no or rendition now a free management munyime nyom no mfiri ho mo be di nyom ne ho Mpese oh tuwe je mo huna mane o bebre na nse krase na ozu be mpa na me nkomo bi na mza flip above zo bi ko to ne nyom bi and one tiase but secular for no to nyom no they don't care me kai ade se na re na omo ko instrument na ade omo fakidi mo nyom ye bibia no copyright issue obi amfra won kan we nchro but a gospel ade na yisu menyom je nipa kakra bi PCS ta mu bi no te aso be nyaka God sam menyum ya be mo man kwara ne ntu bi
because I think that sometimes if you are yenso aye tonyum how recently don't say it should be by with between brother Samene intem brother Samene Nasi
okay
as they are people were even trying to say na Samene kra tonyum na na de kra cha Nasi na obo no mean so what is issues now so sometimes if you are wona won to nipa na nyum no so they obeye ama nipa na feeling so eka ho because because ye kan say be say wo say nim die na obi na de ne ideas akeka abom okay and what nyoma ba abonten and aye ode and awo to bi nti say wo to bi a na obaye den what me ato am na ye da che asinipa no de ne brain child but opesa wo keka ho nsem ye ho ne mama no ye te say you are even the best than on boy and there definitely there was a way nipa wow you won't even it won't go well with you it won't go and the best is that you jam no to
okay
I want to be them channel so pam no twa no now so trans rack your brain and bring out something because obi be trans the bibi aba so I think it should be a balance something in as much as I can say it's not advisable copyright bibi be na ya do so no. Let us also advise those who use other people's products, you know, how they will have to handle them.
And
because you don't
handle,
yes, you don't handle somebody's music and you let the person feel inferior. Say, I say, oh, crowd, you're better than me.
No, I saw you. Ebia, me mama, doctors appear, you me to man credit, maybe I own yes.
What does he find? I said, free my goom, you know, by me, I see you shout. And you know they are very powerful. At least everybody around that place now or walk ground, some people say, this person is an appreciative person. And so we say, what to man here, because of what you have done, your audience no problem who you are. But say man, you know, say that man, and you may not to cram na that and nipa na boy na kwa man, na me voice and making the person feel inferior will have to also bring a problem.
Brother Same or concept be I don't know how. Oh yes, so for side media person, minim sir. Oji tum sana wonyin tuma. Brother Same believe in finding a gimmick way of promoting or trending songs like that. But as a gospel artist, no, yeah, you say or say or been a gimmick. To say na see mudi ya no. Another way, a way of promoting na see na no.
Yes.
Say a secular for na ya omutimi hye beef kra to promote the agenda. But as a gospel artist, or kwan say, or di bibi kanya menyom homa, say gaining attention ana.
Oh, because say nyom de onya the bar, then onya the product bar on the next thing is the product will have to gain attention.
Okay.
And whatever you will have to do to let the product gain attention, is in your own hands. But what I am trying to say is that don't wanna try so bebuama adeno enya attention. What is your motive? On the better check. Oh ma adeno enya attention. Ama nipa be hu ache nipa na odene nyom ba ye no aye ketwa. Anase we intention say nyom asem dia ba de ede. Na mefoma no ntumbi na enko na nima na. So these are two different things. Okay. Yeah, what there or no it say some dia ken. Yeah, a lot of comic and it sameto nwom eboa obi a enwom no ko chen other artists I wouldn't want to mention other artists bi so amati o mo to nwom mankofo a o hwe nwom na antumi anko papa as compared to Same no. Now Same was in the Same eji atum say aseme se de nwom ababonten nwom o de babonten ede let me add my voice so that you never quite chiri na me nua nso nkonin and na say ordinary no too because he wants to also make gimmicks out of it so that one to be baby agina out of nipa no de no. Okay, now me was say me American say some way somehow however you will take it we are the only one to nko there because obi an na talent and I dey be American say obi sua adwuma free obi nchen the tendency say wow they sua adwuma no betima be best chen wo no high because wadwen na de ama no ono de ne de be ka ho. Okay, onso so de na wunya ya no that is all. And definitely the ono na je wo de no sa de ne de ka no betima akọ higher than you. And any obi de nyuma ba na wo de voice e be fa ho no you could get ideas be advance e chen wo no but motive wo trim e de hen e say oh boy na page na say oh try to mute that person so that oh de ne be ba any won kofo bebre a o ma to especially Samian kasa ye good was hard no de o kasa obebo din bia Samian ye good was hard no say obi a me guys say on say o man akopeki old song bi no aba be ye na yi na say obo say no no e trend dan say sa end of year song bi a end of year song we say radio ama afia atomia o anwum bi
Masero mu bi o no
da bi Masero mu bi o recently net trend pa end of year song now I'm say program yes no was it from January to this 31st December say radio am one very powerful tetenyum pa but na eko nti definitely where dey also benya baabi agina and people will even play wo dey na auto and ekura chen but me point I making say men keka won sem bi enya wade ye bi emma so bi tinjia emma no nyesa say nipa no ko de nyom ne buy no kwa he didn't really know what to do. But who don't let it feel that because nipa. Once you let it feel, the person feel that way. No, say who promote no krana still am nipa. Few people na be say me mfa ho. Me de that say me nyom na elko. But the way na de me mfa ho. But other people will not also understand in that way. However, I believe say adwaye twitwi owo because who twitwi obota pa say adwaye ho be fie. Ba obewie ne pride nkan obota ba obo say pride so anu afita. So obota yempo say oh boy mani pana koso at the end of the day obewie no na wan so will fly. Wow. So these are two sides of a coin. Why do you say me boy mani pass me say nyoma ko but obewie no definitely won so be fly. Wow.
Sir obi wura de ti say mu a obe fly ba be nya din em say nya dwuma keto a
enya better. That is the reason why I don't want you to let the person feel inferior.
Yeah, that's sorry ya. Unia penny Ogyaba. Ambre mu say de why bi a ono baby ahia anya you know nipa nya ntabo so for nya ntabo nti no why they be say no one ka onya nto watra because before I will be start your ministry be do say no a big issue and two menena da wona ma da oba cancer no e dey no
because me you penny Ogyaba case in there. I think say Chroma nyoma bebre ho a say ye twitwa so. Yes. Chroma nyoma bebre ho a say ye twitwa so in a sense that for me I am of the view say on say I have to say Chroma pa say obi e bema. It's like the way we treat men, no, we make them feel as if they are not humans. No one share so.
Na big see abrochiri mum na tesa ha de senka ye kakra.
Aha nye. Sa aha nye. Say Chroma say na yetimi ka kire be ma say oba de den na de be ye wa obeto nsa abon. Wonti bi da. Number 2 oba nso wontimi nya de bro so sa.
De na oba be ye wa nti obeto nsa abon no de nko a.
And the reason why the person will say that is oba de ye mo ba. Mebo wonti bi da.
Say be ma mo ba.
Say won say okra wo ka bi
gentleman de mo ba.
Gentle how okra was dey asa modify no. Gentleman de be ma wani ate de o mo ba. Enti so be ma bi nya abo oba pe no matter how the situation was
wadi for
Dimbacho the obano to the man. Don't you also think the man is also a human being to have a feeling?
But
have we considered? Now obano the only way to how. Obano the only way to how. Because you didn't come obano only way to how.
I'm the me who says
na so nyame na de bo say we na wo no nyame say wo de yeso kyan oba nti say oba ye de kura ja no. You see, I'm not by this endorsing say be ma nko bo na yire o, but there be a gina say, and that is the same way and yes I say be ma de we de oba twempena nti so be ma kwa twempena oh maybe am free ba no oba de no matter the oba nti ba hwe dwon so kura gu so ayemo no. But do atam kwase ohne se panto wo de opa fansa kam na hwe na wo de nsa hwe ohim kwa ye mo no
obumi abedem
obeda obi ni ho ne akeka nsam fon sa
haidam wadem
akeka kwase asem sa but wo hwe dwon so agu no so no nobody feels for the man say a woman is not supposed to act in that manner. Nobody feel it. Mama critical example ye wo kroma sugar titi kofa on say sugar sugar on also be a restaurant or the I said bema na the nkwani free mobile because we are sure say bema bi na bi na one restaurant and am called apoto you did why na so oba ne ba we are sure say kroma senka ye ja ho asem ka. So why is it that say bema they are okay but say your bad yeah everybody wants to chastise the man? Gender equity. Why would they have to do things that affect them? And abema de onye nipa.
Okay.
So what mra? Mama examples, and these examples are real cases. Remember, now oba ti me eje bema licenses or the adwuma afidi. You boom.
Okay.
Wa ending driver or the license ko ye adwuma no ama obi edi no because of tokana kasakasa ba. What boom. Nobody will mind, but sebema to nsa bossa oba na Ghana anywhere se beto ahye dem man so.
Okay.
So did you consider the emotions and the feelings of the man when the licenses are did film no? Yes, no. Did you consider that? Did you consider the trauma of from the next how to even get another chance to have a license? When did you consider that? Did you consider the pain of the man be film and said what you say Jina Brane? Akwaje license as start the country. Did you consider that? Did you consider the loss I will be ewo and the car because me a car owner now license only license I take my car. Did you consider signing amount of no? And you tell me say dear or baba ye wa obetra on sa bono
obabi kwet me ko be ni kuna dwumam
baby kwet me kuna dwumam akokon ye yi ni kuna di. Now then you tell me say dear na oba oba na be ya oba bono. So I'm trying to let you know the way we treat men sometimes and no na advantage kwase asembe bre e koso ye kruma no say na nze wonte say oba na be ma koda na oba na aba out in the name of obegu be ma name as because on na da na nyen kwase asende asoso so anka na wo na wo fi say be ma ne wadanti e ngu asema no wo so be ma na da wo de woni mu ase bi wo de woni mu ase wo de woni ani mu ase
be ma no ye titiri asene wono nti be ma na dim be gu ase
na nti woni shame bia say wonso unu ba bia wonso ne sa be ma sa akwa wonso uni shame bia you are not shameful of yourself say na no ko nshira de e bai get no sorry to cut na radio za de say ko nshira e figure odi we enti wo de one wada asakula te say sa baba wa na wonso wo buru adwaman no o uni aningua uni shame bia won say ababa wa te say me am buru adwaman say me ho sa wonso uni shame bia. Enti ko nshira na me ko gunani mas ba me de me ni shebia adentia because the society has made sure say be so ansem fon so enti whatever happens between a man and a woman be man or bad is was in life on TV da na enti say be man or bad was why na say one life
say bia oba na nyinsen wa wo in life asay bia be man na obednya ko school oba na nko enti o mo ka sa asem
na won so hu in the case be man so ne oba so ada at the end of the day be man say bia ne papa kwa gya na hwe because of sex na or indulge in no ama on so ne life asem enti no so ya na ya ka say oba no say be man life na say if ababa wana ntimi anto na education and say whatever no ye so and they cancel e just so they cancel say na there are also incidents be man no omo indulge in sex practice no be man so ntimi anto na brabo so e no so ya no so oba na say be man life na
yan kan sa
so be man onye dipa na. So these are practical things we have to let the ladies know that a man is a human being, a woman. So, yeah, the sad we are yama. Because and some I go school baby now what ya time. Eja ma mumu nsem ne ade ade officer we sofo ntime kogunu ni mase. Officer we ohene ntime kogunu ni mase. Officer na won so awone ne kwa akwa na no ya na Captain Smart odi obi apie. Ya say Captain Smart ababa wa be say one na kwa akwada den ti obegunu ni mase. Thinking say Captain Smart should be ashamed for sleeping with a married man. But how do you don't also think that you don't also be ashamed of what you have also indulged yourself in.
So no be kuna koda.
So you see what we are making look as if say almost everything be a say about the man be wrong be the Bema should be blamed. That is how we are making it to look like oh. The best Bema no about be say nyam ko the man should be blamed. Titi baby kwampo dia kan nyansa ka say be say una aye Bema nti una anim nyansa. Na the man Jimmy the mo kan say na mo Jimmy. Na no kro ma say aha on say eh. Na you want to na say esi muntem. Let's listen to me well. Esi ban the Bema ntem. Na otimi ka kire ban say Bema na say e ma de e da una onim nyansa.
Ma te sa kwara.
Una onim nyansa. Enti enka say otwa so a in effect na oba so che so ban de wa Jimmy. Nti ono de for anything at all he can't tell anything. Na just say oh my Jimmy sa de ya. Let us know. Ni so oh my Jimmy.
Person say man krom is smarter than men.
What do you let emotional psychologists come and give you statistics about how men and women are stronger and how men are weaker.
Okay.
So there are specifics. Bible has more kind on that case. There were specifics and not one. Bible na down on. Ade ba kwa ya interpret Bible ya ntiase na say. Or trauma Ephesus 4, not trauma Corinthians 4, not trauma Philippi 4, not trauma Colossi 4. Paul na trauma semo. And most of them no. Paul will have to receive a report from the place. If you go to church in the something has happened. Then Paul will hear a report say, "Oh, te say bia, masori amati." Na mako.
Okay.
Me den hye bia ato. Makwa brucha ko di bia be 6 months me mae no. Na mate say bia de worry machi no. Oh yes. Me mae no ma release a letter to the Church of Glory Life in Kotwitwe ase. Say whilst I am away, Mate says, say, na ekoso ha. Ti me tro di abramo say enche bia me ba na emu sa de we. Mamo makwan ma asmesia na obenten emfa mo mfa sa kwan na wade mo nam so no so. Na this is entity am de atete mo ata na me kro.
Na so no bibi na seaport wono no.
I will be address here. Okay. Etina me na so for that hono afa sa Glory Life age letter no. No de aba room. And that's what they are called Calvary Temple, and that's what they are called any other age suffer. No, they could address the same issue or that is Bible. Okay. If Paul let us know what true, you know, there was a kind in area. Paul let us know what true in now. He wrote them, most of them, to address issues and any other.
Any general
letters. I think episode you know or true generally or more receive you know adopted. But apart from that, you know, specific, our read there, can want them. It was in general. So, at the interpretive Bible, that is how we have to look at it. The occasion, the writer, they were writer because what the style of writing. So when we you can misinterpret what he is trying to mean.
Okay.
But when he said Paul and Troy, when he said Paul or try say, and say like the gods and Ushia, the gods I want to say, Papa Radiadumo. Once I know alleges to respond to my greetings as a Radiadumo. Say me share about phobia na me share obey ora na me biso ora I want to say nyanko pandom. I will just know say alleges na me share no. Why? Because I know your style of response.
Okay.
So that is how letters are thrown no nipa no me throw letter it will be different from one so throw letter but e be na kind as am corona. Okay. Different personalities. So nipa what throw the occasion I man throw the audience or they come omo ni need to be considered and someone interpret scripture no. There's one animal we now and in place. Now interpret it, you might interpret it wrongly.
Wow.
I'm telling you might interpret the scripture wrongly. And Paul let us there, ya bunikum, na some confo du kubone transaction and one confo they are doctrine now. Ya bunikum on the messenger channel. So Bible now some case my weekend. He knew what he meant. And yet the mumu say I said your body or your weekend to bit my radio so ni kunu so money come no. about the weekend to meet my catching cruise or kwasi and penny and so on. That wasn't the implication of what the Bible said about a woman being weak. That wasn't the implication. It is a Mama society who said men are human beings. This is what the word I use. Men are human beings. They have feelings like you have. They have emotions like you have. Their physical appearance and the energy and we used to do everything. Among some were the same. And the Bible said, do unto others as you want others to do unto. That is the golden rule. And the rule of benefit says, why won't you also do unto him what you expect him to do? So that also more.
Okay.
I don't know also want to mean sir.
Papa yen hwa de bema wa ware won so de ani de ma na yere on fa na chi ene oba ono nso wo ho a wo hunu se we papa owo yere ene de ono anhunu ho se owo yere se sankofo no yenu koda ho an ye mfa mfom yinu mo
o munyina ye mfom so o munyina
de wa fa na yere chi ene de ono nso akodi obi kuna chi
ne o munyina ye mfom so but said they make the society na be gia to me
o se bema to zip mo nya bema na kopɛ oba no o yere no kopɛ na ye de
enti me so me pɛ one tia se anka only on the occasion say bema na repu I have no problem. You didn't give the man your consent. He forced you into it. I have no problem. And obiara ti kuma nim say oba se be mapa until say obaji atum no. Ontimi enkoye osa just be repu.
Be ma se oba pa.
Be ma se oba pa.
We no kan ba bi o say odena okọ sofo ni fie. Na o ma na fo na bros an okọ ye no na hu say o so o ma ne hag no. E no sum ne to mpa so. E no sa na nye rape.
Oh, I better. Na so no awo kasa say rape no na no den dia no de kasa nti nkonti mi kasa o rape mu. Because ababa we awo kasa na no den dia no de kasa nti nkonti mi kasa o rape no. Ko beti mi kasa o rape no. But one kasa o rape no. She say she gave him his consent no na die.
Oba edi be machi akoni fie. Ase meba be fa wo ana ahia me ha. Na obehia no mbekọ ahosa abre bia na oba no dwen se bibi besi. Ana on de na adwene mu fine.
Because before answer na be ma be ka say brani empie no ni ade. Don't me say me fiancé me coach me girlfriend ade ade a ye ni kroma yi. In fact, I know she oba no nya ka say mpena de de kire sex. Ana me boa. Meboa.
You see the Christo mu dia ye
twen ni mu. Christo mu dia ye twen hwe ni mu. Omo agobusa omo Christopher na omo so mo twen hwe ni mu se omo twen hwe ni mu ampa. Omo se bebre na o out of 100% bi obenya 1% pena. Omo onene na ye. Omo ada bi kwa anya ma tutu agu ni ade na omo be we.
Ana na ade nsem na mo ka cho ma so dem no mo nte.
The was so omo te anka it will reflect.
Okay.
So omo te enche na anka it. Ana won say now no you are trivializing your bebre nti ya ma no your bebre abe normal e wonya me fie ne. Say me girlfriend me boyfriend ye twempena akoda no. Say enya news e
wonya me fie.
Me just say news to you e wonya me fie. Enya news bi
na ntu sen no moja.
Ana omo protesters and socials so so omo sa bo abiamo say enya tu.
Are na nsori mu nyina mugidi mu say de gina ma awurade. Say ne ebe ya ontumi akọ.
Enti na me ka cho say now no that is where we have gotten to. Software no be gina ne na so, but the effect of original na so no enti also might compromise. So this is where we are now. Say the effect of say me gina me na so say ogbadwa metu ase a metu ama metu ya metu akosu a e bia dey might only and the crowd otu ni person aso dem na oja aso.
So go why off mu dey.
So enti no na na me no me ya ntu aso for no fo. Na emo monte ase say nyame na ofre wo no do what he has asked you to do.
Ntu say frɛ
Oh, and they say on say Paul cry kasa no ka say ada na mama obi ene ne maame ne papa yere ada mo anyina mfiri mu.
Okay.
Excommunication. Sana Paul can you. But now, like I said, he was speaking to Corinth. And I'm not practicing sin and or did to omofo no kasa. But now no yam famra yabe se obi abosa abra na upamu fra aso dem will that be the right thing to do?
Okay.
So these are some of the dynamics. Will that be the right thing to do? You will be who be able to say fine. It is going to help curb the situation. Okay. And you will be so what to say it will worsen the case. Are you interested in letting him worsen his case?
Going astray,
or are you interested in the salvation of the person?
Okay.
So if you are interested in the salvation of the person, you look at what the merit and the demerit of what you want to do. And you weigh the merit and demerit, and I say, so who to listen and say, because in two must help shaping and must help correct the person to salvation. They say, who to not say, into me for image, and I'm nebemana sorry, I said, yeah, the old pastor Winters, okay.
In Ogyaba's case, or bow out. So be defending men of God. And I can say for a mad desire. I
know the own finance call or any day support to side in our head. Like I've shared my view. I didn't know about 1 year and yet. And I condemn that act of a man as said that you are going to say. Because in Ogyaba, can say a member bed the own again, this the same thing I am. So it means that some way someone or Bana I found one or the sir. And or her people are more famous among Majidi. And Ogyaba Yamia Pay Ogyaba. Because I be nyame do Ogyaba do say na sorry na ade ade no sabi se me na madu han ka mepe but what I say so what now 3 billion no was obo again no 3.7 billion kwasi me tia se sia na Ogyaba de ma me se me nua so fogia ma so da urade a enti be nyame de na du no at least I appreciate and I thank God for his life.
Now for about to tell a man say me ko hide na 1 year 600,060,000 na otuano. If you say, hey, I sorry, said no, Otua, because initially he didn't want it to come out. He felt, say, Otua, Bema Bibia Besovo. Said Ogyaba said you mean. And now Obiaga said, Diabe, a boy says, and then how I go to an the fear see and as a biotech. Of I say, also, one can say, oh, yeah, who's my mistake. Maybe who said your who's my mistake. So what tries and could be control at the end until say, do baby demands and I brought so. No, I can't continue. I said, what they told the lawyer, no, I was saying, no, I want a ramania. I feel you remember, yes, and I BBC here. Mama and I initially no so born a ramania so that it can create some case into or try to also amicably or cocoa. And again, so who say, oh, demand the ability or twice or some cobayana more. So this is the act of wickedness and maybe kuta at the Bama Brabum. And this is what I'm a do the fan say. So Jabba crack, I said, oh, Mamma responded. You. So Jabba crack, I said, oh, Mamma responded, but again, you, Jabba, a was here, the again, the end and a year. Yeah, no, you didn't Ghana for me, no, I'm just a Bianco Campa.
The actions of the lady no, towards Ogyaba a year.
And yet, because I say Obana saw Dimigas and member counseling Abaku. Or and yet, I hold on person, and the Enyano, so Ogyaba classic, I member out to Emma respond, but in Kamikuna, going to Minkunu. And I said, Kobe Yeni Bibi Kokum, I will be antia, and can Enyanana. Because the oil and a year in the Enyano. So Ogyaba Casamino can say, me was say, or any girl be a coin. Oh, sorry, how one home. Mother corn bear home. When inti into mother corn bear my home. My barco dear. Or be part on the amana bar, sorry, where I say member. Also, when Tiasa say I'm about Conaba the on so beba. No, my baba corns have a good many months. Now again, a yaw betchino. And it be just any natural said, and you get in a cost war. Should that be our concern? No. Also, Ogyaba actions in there, I've condemned it. Okay. No, for Ogyaba actions in there, because you are asking questions about Huntington and the person, you know. But Ogyaba actions in there, for once, I won't endorse it. And to say you're okay, say I'm password didn't sort of manner add that. Because I'm Bible I catch and say on your mini panel, you don't want some car. In fact, or say as or her force say, you know, mustn't be or your back or one cancer. Now, the Bible cast or your baku a kuna. Is it multiple wives? And to say, oh, so be yes, sir. We must condemn it. Ogyaba is not doing right. Somewhere, because the one is work at Yan Wenyano. And then go say Wenyano. Cut the crew one I am and a pea because they say Juma would the animal there. And the night I did so pass or Yame in Senate. The only pebble guno and one will be trapped. You will go here and ask for a banner there. And now you deserve what you are going through. And to Ogyaba there, the difference I will defending you now. For me, say pride and arrogance. You are proud to defend wrong.
because some of us, we don't know when we can defend what is wrong. Unless we don't really know the context. The last time we had a question about, antenna koye, yasapon mame, yasapon yere, can I say interview. And I was telling you that I don't know the circumstances that led to that interview. Probably say a minute beer, me was seeing per the hearings and the interviews I hear no back door. No, it could have motivated my action to even do worse than antenna here. No. However, endorse said the antenna here say why are there and now and I will also condemn because ABS I mean I'm also. So anytime I am speaking, I try to put myself in the shoe of the person. Say me how says per your position. Obi position be obi 6 9. Obi so position be na say 6. But I actually dey back up na. So sometimes I assume that what baby we gina na baby we free ba no will give a different meaning from baby obi so free ba. But I say try to put yourself in the shoes before you react. Eti baby maybe gina say no Ogyaba actions are all you know. If he is able to confirm say ane ampa meti aso dem ho na me ma ededa me as also for me nyame asem say nyame asem emma sofo kwan say me ma ne da I will endorse it. Me can't just say Ogyaba why are say when emma ekwa da. However, so why yes ampa nipa ho mfom so the best way to handle this is to apologize. But to go ahead and defend and say and net maybe jina ma sofo mpanimfo say man de omo hu say na man hu say we famous and you better tell no o Bible na ekuta na o dey preach sham come and can tell say shaw ho so I just only Bible ati udi di fia hu na ekuta na o dey sham come e di tu ahomone e di edum jetumi no sa ahomom na no man can tell say adwama ba shaw ho so Paul catch Timothy say flee fornication flee gane and the Ogyaba so on kind no.
Okay.
So some of the snares no ya me ho kwan be kotum. Some of the snares yen nyame nipa and whatever no yen me ho kwan be kotum Alexis. Everybody who is a pastor knows his own weakness. The way so for o bokro no nim say we comfort that. So when him say weakness no the best way you can do is to stay away from church offering. And yes I will say abokro no. Okay. So now you Germanfo and sana oba nyame mu a the best thing for you to know there be a prophet na say poku say akode o kan say o say draw boundaries. Draw a boundary to share. Because when him say o mere oye ni to share. But say when him say o mere oye na so mo bi wura wie na o mere oye no ediwa ya ahobrase ni ahunu mpo ni yenya. Ke David. Fa obi yere. Say kum nipa no. Ya me be catch say you are a man after my own heart. Her so kwana ko kum wo mo an bibia wo kurum ho enya ade ba kokura enene hene nyina so koya wo se mo ne bia don sa ade ntimi de ba be bo afode ama Awurade Samuel ba wo se Awurade se me kan cho se afode bo no ho hia na chen seti a wo be ya ama nana. Okay. Anunti was David ebone na hwe so bone the God says we ni pay so wona wo jaja nka hwana nka be ka se wodi bone pa David. But David mum ebone abaye lesser e wonyame anim e chen so adentia kan Samson hwe anytime na David be bone bia quickly no pacho Awurade nhwem mfom so na mum for whom mo bone fa me mfom so cheme have mercy. Go and read the book of Psalms na hwe
ebinum say Ogyaba wife do also the actually kunu dia better ma you cannot predict them actually trim sa asam no be ma form na yere wakwan say so na oba no so me wura nya hwe omo de che
it is possible so betimi actually depending on how he feels for the man and obetumi so pretend so the actually wa so atwen pay back
because a bit to so for chirabo so ma e do we have na yere so onware bi because on em be in sense man be da adwa ma chirabo some say onye nkoko no nkore adre ni ade on se baby bye na one thing I thought o man me man se mu ne ye wo bu me kwase a e bia wa anware oba na be ma tena so bi o mo twempna na anwia ware a so bo na ko ade ya ko me ma ho no eno ye wana na
over azemu
wo bu me kwase ha ho no eno ne kan no because you 30
because anya bia na make ya some man be afa almost say be almost private part say kuku the ones that obenya TSC no dey so we pay price
no footballer back a Nigerian player or say the girlfriend so na 5 years I feel I catch her say tia omote no mote saa na bibia ni a oni share bia obibi ma de no onye no ho ade preko no say but I bent no de kasa ene onene ne nware aware ankasa no eye de ma na eye de ma and why are women always interested societal pressure na ferry of alumba sem faso na wa aware ma akope eno nti na da bia o mani abre no as a man of
so we hear our mum dia a man benefited from our from clean to crank man benefited na on say kanyame nso amwa our say ba akofo na nke benefited sa
so for the way a marriage under ordinance court is the same okay what asa the concept of marriage under ordinance I say and na obi na two
no I just wanted to do it na me
okay now but I say
on say o kwa ware mu a one o botaya o de ko two because our rear is not a curse, it's a blessing.
Okay.
And so every person would want to indulge in that. So now sebeye a feel you sebeye call to do sebeye whichever type of our real ni na our rear.
Okay.
Now the effect of our rear on the side of several cousins side or court no say our real gua you will share your properties. Anya no one the property
but I auntie I court they say gua.
Initially it wasn't like that. But don't say because on say as part of the Ghana constitution say yeah betimi aboa awafo a o ma ware atenabo because they be ameka say nipa nti na ye mra e de na nipa no hye say oh yes ye ba wi ase e be hu ya na enye ye nkokọ na ya akra court say me ba ye tumi hu ye nuanom Roman for wa na manyi na wi na man bi kura di 50 years na ada fe na ma na okọ aso da ma me akoshira so. But what I say. So DNA started say ACCNTIA omo enact sa law no say then if there is a case marriage under ordinance the best in sign character so that say if there is a breach of contract whatever is supposed to be done is supposed to be done. Something went on.
Okay.
Which is ebia ya ware yin na ya sum those days kokofo ne do oba de be ma de oba be kwakodo kokofo a owi a meja ho anama kofa man bia be kan ho atete ne do so na se mentimi ware bi ma o se ne ko ba bi kokofo a ono awo mani bi ehho ajapade a o mani bi ehho ayizo a o mani bi ene sa de ane aban mu be hye marato so na se mukọ ware wo ehho de ya ene se kokofo mu ntemu ti a ye be chim de obi ade ama na ono so nya na chefa na ne bre a o bre anye kwa.
Wow.
However ebi muso yusu sa aduna edi obama be ma press say yenkosensan na won so ma oni ada wa kire say enne yi de man bi dia dane business onim say wo dan onim say anana no yenti kruma say na footballer be na say na ire on say on ya case say dey also no after say outside for ni bia and I say sa na japade wa yi na wa ye ne ma me din mu but na ne girlfriend enim the boss aware no gu no ko japade okoya court say be ma yoni japade bi say we am no say japade we ne dia so omko he na ne ma me di ma and people were like
and na oba no so oba we model ono so properties and of course any say be ma ni hwe ono nche ne die bi ma na ayi twintwan be sin there
so the motive ye man bebredi ba tira me ye man bebredi ba wa na ya mamra wo Ghana ha no ye ko aware a na ya kan kire baas ene na mentante so mo tu safo no unya ade a fabra fie ubọ kade a be ma nfa kwase ya besi ni ade ato oba tin so fankota aware ase ukona unya ade de fabra fie ubọ kade a be ma nfa be ma no nyu bi na wo no
ede ndi no ngobo ka wo de ka ho no obo ede ndi no ngobo ka.
Oh, that is the mindset because some aware they say nya aware bi na successful because aware bi ho akwa amane ne ahokire ne atete akuzemu our so na so ya dey and obvious say you to oka but my point is why would the parent try to advise a lady or kwa say okona wunya ade afabra na mu say koye kade a enka ho na be ma no emfa be ma no onye obi ba na This is my problem. Berman, and a lot of ladies are harassing men on these subjects I am discussing in them. I'm telling you. And for me, I am advocating, say, when a man and a woman has a problem, they go and let's look at the merits and demerits of the case before we pass judgment.
Okay.
That is my view. Because sometimes, every case, now we say, wait there, or ban for. But because you have certain standards, the barriers, meaning, oh, wait there, and Dian or Babe, and that is the reason why I am against Bema or Timmy Trim, Panado or Pibia, no catch or Baffle, Jiba, because what do you wouldn't quite say, I am against that thing. Because the wouldn't so ban for which now also you will be broken hearted. Yeah, they know, sir, and they also, the ladies also struggling. Nipa. Said ye offer what you back or feel it now, or open up bono quiet or bay. I mean, who say, one man, yet Bema, dear. And ya jen on so to moha, bat and quite me catch ma, a quack coffee, or say, oh, boy, Jamaica, or Gumaso, and I never say, ama, ma, Beman on hill, or heaven, or cow, or Moscow, or Mamiska. One now come, or thou come. If you are Tete was a Debbie, then I don't know, also, man, coaching and pronounce bad time. So it's like, yeah, didn't you maybe to Mama, but don't forget, say, Akolani complain because emotional problem is hunting her. Beman in my head, emotional trauma. Woman, can't you feel for your daughter? But because say, yes, I want to be an auto. We have to come to terms with things, say, because yeah, worry. I worry no. Feel for me and let me feel for you. Say me feel with you boy man or for could do or outside war. Affect you emotionally, you'll be traumatized. And to me, yeah. Same applies to Berman. Me feel say me so confirm pen with you. Me so na yantina so dim dan say. Ya be me look as if say we dey oya eye. We so dey oya enye. Sa de no it doesn't help society. It doesn't help. And these are two things I am against. I totally against. About the DNA or Bayer or I am against that thing. The Oye and I are born here and also say Memman Cobo, but say Bema be born here in our bar. Let's look at the Obana. Then, if say a deep brosse Beman the Bona, you more banus are dropped. Sadia, say, you make crabs and penny material can make sure chance. Okay. Until next time, yes, I be so to see the Bema Bill, we are or on Tiasema or no bacon. Until next time, yes, I be. Then we will now come to advise the man. Say, wow, Bruno is all trying one so be man, carpet them so them. Till next time, you're very careful, say, or buy your idea, fabufuni yano, emfa emono, na dako bewa somebody. So that the lady will know, say, because you're some would the family you don't endorse it. But say, I send him a two and him, never send it, but a pretty sorry so casa. Hey, but na Bama don't tell me, Bama went into here, now bet no what you know. God also inside, you know, and know. But the family has started condemning the man in front of her. Obey me when I want you be. So this is my worry. Let's look at the merit and demerit of the case before we pass judgment. So Obama did not or enya obey who said next time won't be because what can a name of Beman who say enya Beman him said abusan for kwanyentum. So next time Obama will be who say me try adi we are M1. Then Bona Beman abono you two not because a brono so no but your money feel say ade Obama ni bia no can say Obona dia. The gods will have a problem.
One other year, 30 year, men try idea and mania. Our am a call idea, Fasubi Amaso. And was one year day. So, about so be page up, the about so be pound, the about so by the pen. And then because it's a man be bow because of what they think they will get. Because I am a memory I share himself quite warrior. Until on that, we make say, or quite warrior. Or call you car warrior. A quan. Slim quantin things in Africa. Okay. Now you can slim here. UK. But so you UK, the UK bogard at least in Crown. But slim bogard. So you see the mentality. See, quite need a share you say, Bema Wussy can a born or ban. I'm not also against say the old coroner, fortunately now, Bema now in the coroner, in some will be a Mencasa Bonu. But going into marriage with the mentality say, may come my bear, maybe I may come my bear, maybe I could see fit, nothing, I could talk at the matin. You may be disappointed. I said, I'm the Marby brain, so almost pie, no. So be she honest, sir. And I make us say, you may be disappointed because I now and then I know who's can move and one as is can share. Because minimum, me was sorry there, now. So for be afraid of baby Shannon come, say, me was on a baby net to say now. memoir you say na be man wa ware oba ne say o ma sa be man ware nko be ba for the 20,000 na say o ya dey ndia
Siska because I am not against onyame Ezra na wakwa ware na ware pa say na me makwa so kwa ware pa na me ka no Ezra
na no sa ansem no mo gidi be makwa ware pa
oh the God son say o ma o mo so nyame Ezra wo mo a o mo ne ma o mo fa be ma o mo no mo tia everything is going on well
o ma sumdwe o mo
oh are
be the to me dey me oba o ska
possible e bi ho
hu say o mo asumdwe
because e bi ho
sa
oh e bi ho oba nyame Ezra na osura urade kama ono obebo bra do wonwene se ne sika but said you can dey bia me ka say oba de onya sika wo ye de na dwe kakra de but at least na say be makura so wo sika na ahwe oba throughout ni ade ya onso ye bia nti sika nkasa de wo de ede ba but however no said ye ti bia na say obi nya enya sika du ba bia ye oba bi nso wo timi fa be ma ne bobra everything is
man of God what is in marriage that and mutu youth no for pass afi no mo kwa ware mu a de na wa ware mu ko a se mednya ka se nipa 50 na me no mo di nkomo mo ya ware fo a emu be 49 sheda etu fofo so kokra se prepare sa no abem ade
say no my woman a lot of disappointments oh yes I already a lot of disappointments because the entire thing says sometimes the person you thought you have met you enter into a marriage and you realize that what you thought was he or she when you came it wasn't like that and that is your first disappointment
now they yesu obi ntisi kan wan the time unnim no yi anka be wa
because anamfofa kura ye fa kura no see eti ha yedin komeno wasan ache but there are things I me no tena pa na me hu enti ba ne de woni ne ko mo ba no me ade but there are things I tena de man e be hu
okay
eno kura ntina ama nkofo so advocate say nka be ye kwa ka be ma no ba mba ware aka muni kan tena sa ansa na mo kura mo nanom ne ade nyina because enam nso nsam kura nso wo no so de da
asemini
oba bi o ha obeta sa
oh
oba bi o ha ne de no de because
say one ni
oba yim frama sa oba bi o ha oda be ma bi o da obeso no sa ne nyina nso ye
eputu obi off
yeah eti yenya ntena ye ne de sa ne ma winya so say onko ndu
maybe na so for be kan so one say the so for keto aka change on na yere ehia na omko hia de oba no butu no no gina na chi prama free one atene ne so say
oba yim frama eti sa na all these things are not the things you expected
munum so be decent
na then na no e bia me our for me we tap tree na we are no say what about sorry I want to gym tree
so no mo di agro
sana for mo di adani agudie so these are things time amon na now you will experience these things but mo come ni umunya tena sa awarefo a you will see a lot of things but there maturity as you grow along no you mature from certain things and you maybe oba na be you so be how bu oni guso ni maybe so abema no so be oba na so bu oni guso but so we say bibi a chenchin tachi a ani aware mo be gunu 3 months
there is one thing simbo gunu 3 months there is one thing say in society no be marry no we oni fie so am say eyemu no what is answer
sasa on say nyame asema ka say ebedu be bi no ma be nso be presa mudi be ma di beto mo so keke na mo ama sponsor no so kwa be den aware ye ni monyama mma aware ye ni monyama mma
be wo sharing say efe en monyam shama nso
bra pressure
sa
pressure be ma de aware de be ma de no kure ni say na say wonye yi a that is the reason why a lot of men maybe ehunu ni maybe o ma so person ye yi answer aware de we be ma na wonye yi a because my be no na yere down omo dwene omo ba school fees wenye school ko treasure omo dwene school fees woni ade ana we mself penny ba kuna kama mte ana omo dwene school fees ya kwasi school fees pa awana maame ni bisa bisa kwasi school fees omo be school card na school fees ni kura no kan omo dada mpana so a be ma yo dwene ko ba so benye sika no na dwene se oba yesu na eda ho ono so dwene na wa no se ida esin to subo pa ya eden
ono gina school fees no
na ere dream to so no say eti ntosu de ni beto mu na ben because me can we want to say these things no is a burden na be man also na da o no ba ti se wonni bia
na no so focus e wu ase me no nyina na wo metu akra school fees emra ba mu odin adwuma sam nyai na me retu ya one time na ode ato wo twen me se obaji de nyina ya ba
yes and I make as your society no your orientation when you be hu you wrong that is how I aba be do be aba because me nti ase onyame asem wo aware e abrabo ye bebobra so ye ba be hia bebobra no whatever comes into our hands and whatever we are transacting ni na kan abrabo no it is yet say abrabo dia e be na aka say unless say ye mienu no ye agree say abrabo na me no ye ba bebo no we might get to about 40 years or 50 years in the marriage or we might not even get to that years no we are 20 years for ye be wu akọ and I say be part but within that 20 years contract na ya sign no ebia mefa aduane no na o wafa nkola no school fees unless you agree on that but you agree on that when you na responsibility nya ba akọ for there by your orientation no akwete say yama are looking as if say e be man na sebe ti so oba kura ba mbe ye bia office ye wo necessary wo ye ti say ma ye dia yes but asem akwa na de bia mbusan say it is say be man ni wuwa o ndua o man school fees obeja o mo say mo papa wu ndio mo say
okay so na no believe say be man na busu ya na wo se hwe nkwara no
so that is a problem I want and that is our is a social contract between a man and a woman which is being agreed upon by the family tell you abusuya obani fe abusuya be me fe atia say ye ma ye man nkobo bra say ya abrabo na ye kobo abrabo me kan about say life so life no there are a lot of things that come to play when somebody is living a life
okay
feeding womb adware womb enna womb yare womb owu womb abawo womb abatete womb ni nyina ya abrabo emu de hen na bible specify say abrabo fa ha na de we na nye aha de we na nye
mo mienu nyina na osamo ye
aye ne ye bobra ya wo ma no see making sure say they will go to school ya wo ma no see making sure say be feed you omo ya wo ma see however say ba ko ye adwuma na ba ko nya adwuma na say betima hwe fine ba mo mienu nyina mo ye adwuma ye mo mienu nyina masade say mo hwe nkwala no but your orientation na ma ISI me ma said ye
me na imade nkomo Ontario no say ono chira de obekwai oje 1004 the area ness the greenness oje 25 but bo so me so na yere nte nchen oje on 1004 na no send 1000 na common wife akwa na de no na yere light bill ba wotua na yere rent wotua nti ema afede bia no
no ba kire no
osin enye easy say teacher ni aware organa ha obednya save 500 cedis a month
na wontimi
osin enye easy
wontimi bra wontimi
500 a month osin timi fanto na ne wo bo bra na ti say ya na wo bo no abo ne say papa ade ba ko obi ne odi nkomo fa aware ho no ya osi o mia wani na da chon ya kokora osi obi suso mu I was say do sa na they are convincing me to marry na assurance be na also oba no betena ho go so oba kokora
obi asusu mu no kura de send kura de ene de obi kan chese na is obi asusu mu say oba no mo masusu mu
oya kokora
ofa
oya kokora
ha na we 100% of in fact me 10 10 no 9.5 half no pay and I said on any be mate and I know about it and you both the man and money now because we have come to a generation now nobody wants to obey any at you. And you got the men can say man a man member nyina baby you do see pa say yes and sometimes no say why yare wa ba ko so mu for what na wo ba akokwa no de ono wa kire bo wo ba akokwa no so ba abrewa enti ono so wa ye de enti mu nyina na mo bre enti eno kwa de yemfa no
ko ko kwa ni kuna ye mra no sa abrewa ne ba bia wo hotna wo kra wo mai
na man kwa de munya wo wie na mo man start say o mu nyinyina o mo mfa mo me man nya wie o especially was akọ ma kra dia o mo ma me na ebo because na wari mu nsem na da na meka say o mature on unyini etini man ketenketen bi wo wa o nhada man mboda o aha e na experiences na obi nya na wo ka bi kire no na o di bi A2 so that say won so ko shia sa same situation na we know how to adjust and handle it but our mu nsem there I'm telling you marriage has never been fair and it's never going to be fair. Sometimes to men, sometimes to women. It's not fair.
Or the idea more about said no problem. Obama idea obey me a trato. I don't know be no problem.
Obeji.
It has over Kaiwa now
Obeji. Sana man their orientation, that is how it is. They feel no baby will go feel when I have them and to assess our hair. And to
now so do me one anka
sika dan makra unti o sika dan makra essence the orientation when you be farm say yer there won assess our hair no o sika wan Ghana say no be san age aka na there no
na sakwa say we be ma na to ho ase na ondu so be na hwe oba nkoware
say basically no say na etie there me advise say we need sika nkoware and in fact
and sometimes it goes beyond the wife nkwa because me friend the beer o say no onim say bedu say afo wa na yere timi be to na nim say na ma mo say mo ka chire no o so ko police
and you be can say we be anya by force
and you say no so na say onya be ma we
ah say onya be ma no nim o sika na me o mo so ko fa ko he o mo
itia me yo so itia me
that's okay there because oh what the same sika na ma nya be ma na say o definition of me ma nya be ma na say me nya be ma dia na say mera sa dia ah expect say me nya dia na wo to anya fa oba na nko and the way me say nkwaje sa pressure bento ho so wo be nya no aboa abusuan wa koto ma wo kwa aware say abusuan wo demands bi na say obetime meet demands na fine but omunya you don't have to kill yourself
but a wife betimi no because bi a yere na dwene say obetimi anya ne tirimu na ede na ede ntokwa ba fi wo ani kan
o say na wo bodam na
Ezra
wo bodam say obadwene say okunu betimi anya sika wa bra wo nya
ede yes kan dey misrom ma mo asori bi na so for no mo ye Bible studies Sunday anopa no be sorry no they how no busa na sorry ni no ma no be busa aware mu asem say ya say so for no ene ma me no obi na no ano say asem na wo kan dey say Jimmy 7 na ma ni Jimmy na wo kan o mu nti sa Jimmy 40 we eno me say so fo mo say sasa
ma di me that
ade
why am na di ne that
say the onamu no amen no
I'm not in Irata.
As a soft benino, or that Jimmy 40 we don't do that.
And then my so
no, why I don't
know my son so.
Yamini Ogyaba wants some narrow because
Mestre Ogyaba say
Sane my name no
Mestre Ogyaba say
I say ma be brea me guna ni mase
and no initially me try say the society should be candid enough to be able to help men on these cases so that a man must be drawn because I come pema you na enjoy. However, a man be a so ban be ma da a man ne favor omo. I didn't sign na me bo.
I was that kumu busem because obaby ni be be ada. The way a be man resist chair the on better ya dey is one another.
Good.
So kwan oban de be ma fa so li ono anya
no.
Be man no.
So we should let them know say sex is not a business for women. However, we all enjoy from the sex. The enjoy we na a pregnancy whatever na ba. It's not obi na akumentwi. Enti yem fa won tansan kobo no. Enti mesere say sa de ne de moma yenya na basa maya no be jai sa jimi na o mu jimi a o ya no ne obeda. Na de obi jimi a babo no kan say obi jimi a gaten so jimi. Onu obi akwakoda wa mu nyina na mabo adwaman. E na wa adwen ye wo say be ma no moma no begu as na wo de wani mu as enti obeba be expose no. Because an chire mase. Say we nyimi ya woni obi akobo adwaman. Why do you think say the person should be ashamed but what you don't have to be ashamed? Odwen sa jimi because adwaman mo sanya enye ma oba enye ma be ma anamboa anadwaman mo enye ma me ma nko
no nyina
ati say enye ma be ma dia enye ma mo oba ti ada na nyina yakobo adwaman na wo hadwen ye wo say adwaman na me no nyina yakobo no me mu mmama no begu asenti fa mbe to TV so fa me call radio so fa me call busuafo fa me call social media na wo de o ka kire nkofo say ko nhira ne me dai captain man ne me dai wan ne me dai no wo de o free say o ka no de wo de enguase bi amataw.
And one thing they don't know is obey also ne papa na wo my abortion na nyame amfafi na wo kwa ware as a young lady na wa wo kocha afi no bi ko for a video na be ka kire ukunu say obawe one sofu we kura atwem na omo aya abortion no afi no be ka anya obawe no Ogyaba ne ko die and you know our society so oba so be ma ne da wo say be ma na oba da bibre a ana say be ma ne ma da bibre a society no so share that found but oba who say me man na da bebre no it goes against
oh yes and I make an society there no be how we need to correct it I don't need so orientations when you can be na some problems here face but metu menua pani Ogyaba for say we are suffer Bible say enema bi ho kwa kan say body e
wo nyame fie
it say when you are here first of all there was an you nipa bi we ase a set answer for the first of but Jimmy from so to say where the my from so is very difficult for some very difficult defend there cause say
be ma wo kra no be nipa bon
but one say na wo can lady no it's well agreed on but first of all jitum say because I me tie ya but oh many ma be say me obi ekokosa contract na but oh me nyame ho so
yante wasem ya
nti say o chene bi na me no be ko transact sa business now na ebedadwa me na say who say me na ma commit me ho in the first place so that nyamimpu akura be who say no me bay o yam from so wa jatum so yam from so dan say wo dia bone na ebe defend wo nuan masofo wo de bone
wa ye na ebe
defend wo nuan masofo enka ma nyampu no mfanto so say wo na da wa yin say wa say na nko wa ba abonten said na information wo nya wo so de ba be gunu mes na wo de defend ye nuan masofo bi a omo nye bone to de ato omo so ba we de wa ye o a wa je atum say me ne twempla me ne call out me nye dua wo sofo ye nipa what is you need to humble yourself I am from so men from so because by phone po wa jimi a wonya wontem by four so wa jimi a wonya wontem woni by four be nante say woni mutiri mu asema because obebre pa ba wa jimi nti he promotion club ba kan kire no eno nso no be gina so yakwa yo and because sometimes said ye nioma no ye mabonsam kwama ni nyaye if you say bonsam o penyina so na no say hwe otwe na wato na ba menche me de ne hwi ni me ho enti ansa no ko betima ye mu bibi ne jese de bibi
be du ho ansa
enti se de bi o ma ho kwama ne bibi be du ho de a enye ho na fe be yakaka mensem o enye ho na fe be yakaka o de katashi be fa ho o de ne say memma ne bibi be du ho you are good to go
setting up a ministry be do say Ogyaba mo de aduru etesen
because it's easy. That is why I'm born in same happening. Okay. It's easy. Okay. For Ogyaba to build a ministry like this. It's easy cry. Now, I know I'm commending because I say me do the Ogyaba do and the ministry do the away both atonsu die the aboko bi die ya come here very.
Oh, say oh na I do say Assemblies of God.
Assemblies of God, sorry, yes. Assemblies of Glory Life AG. Glory Life AG.
Oh, me share a picture be as a model be as so.
That was the beginning. Maybe after first day be you know. Was na your more than structure kwa nye. The we mu sa na try. Ye bia me the canopy na. E be sisi ho na ja. Me frefra do for no be jam na be aso na no. Until the following Sunday no and hu sa ankola be 7 no say 8 na no be jina.
So before ministry be jina na form.
Na form. That is why do baby a na ye chastise asofo ya na me wo ya odi no. Especially osofo a bia onye hwe anase wa ye bibi mpo a unknowingly na ya so ni mu because of social media. Because to build a ministry to get to a point a be glorious, everybody will wish to be there. And you better, sir.
Wow.
And you better. And I'm telling you, me started said you know that was my first Sunday meeting. Sorry, my boy and a point. Dinner is how we didn't say we can there's a mere word and pisca na meet me the board so. Because I started ministry, me see now. Sir, I'm telling you. Oh, na say every shey nsori ma obetimi aka say obetina ma na ahwe so I say me no kasa say e ka dam so sir oh yes e ka dam so sisi anya kaketo
I know your personal car na sorry no
na sa sorry a hu ye obetimi atu aka
je ya sorry no na ama oboka na say wa umu no na bibia ma oboka
oh da bi say ti o dey make am say asori na wo ye no wakofa nkrofo ma na dey abetina ho so you should be responsible. Oh, you're responsible now. Sorry, now offerings and take care of Sanyo man. And as a leader, what will you do? Do we see that bank and I say, oh, it's a cabin the ABB. Obama that one we are someone more for Trauma. Definitely, you have to do something. So it comes to the point that it was so for people who almost started ministry. They use their own money to start the ministry. Wow. And they say, do baby, I say, they are so peja. Now, these same people are benefiting from the church. What man look at say they are being armed robbers.
Okay.
Woman, because they said the American ever since I'm starting ministry, they say I'm about 8 months. They started ministry last year, May I ever now 1 year.
Wow.
Because I am telling you the trauma, the pain, the disgrace. Because some of them, we are free as soon as you share the times of the baby, things didn't go the way it was supposed to go. Because on to what I say, oh, shame about me, I saw, oh, now, so no, on to and what's our language, Nippon, on to ask you. It's a few people do more than Yamma pa. And maybe the cement now quite the baby, you know.
Okay.
Aha. And I won't say, I saw for being so boom for society, will be a cast of just cement now and later on from out because only also for because say on one when we are. So a lot of things are happening in ministry now as a net will be a software that's struggling the pain. But so about Osrodi will be the identity.
We didn't suffer
On person better.
Wow.
Until you will have to go through a hell. That's it. Nyamena after one paja, what the humo bro. Now we tire Tarek, will be quite to be no from about and we at San what they will crash auntie. And you will 10 years, 20 years now. What me acting any much of. Now be your person who do not know what I could do. But at least it is not easy.
I can say all machines.
Me speak about by ntiantia bi say na me to pair one pair ba ko say na me dey aso da be si eno kwa say me ni bia bia mete enti bia me wo no ye peja na abo ma ba kwa say o abo ma ba kwa say enti so ya tututu etete bo no hene sa
Assemblies of God na ba sa kese na Assemblies of God kese mu no mo ebo am
yeah system no ya na ngofo ubisa samso because yeah system no your constitution yes say local say local church in the kotia so ma wo na command na church so na for e be 2 years 1 year na say as and when the church will grow to a certain number na ko ma ja okwan na nka enti bia ya structure kakra bia ma ya to drums kakra bia ma na nka ya ja okwan na bi kura nka members no ya ma bia be 10 na 15 bia be support wa until say be grow on the mechi but no a ability to do if the church can do that then they have to do. But if they cannot do, on the identity, if they cannot do, what will you do?
Wow.
Will you also say, because they can't do, you will also do the work of God? You will definitely do it. It's not, yet in a quite bit to say, and she say, oh, why I can take care of our problems. However, so sorry now, a do air corner, and as I saw no Muku Bisa, only sound then they can't do anything about it.
Okay.
Aha, and every region no so na come bebem for because region no momo kota kakra kana mutual coverage and they bought region no bra so say bia wo ko te say me ho ka ma bo hui almost 2 billion say no all the quarter region be there tia
say na be so ho
dey dia wo de be sha ho no wa ya da cha so no yeye na say ofi say omuntua ma no matua so enye nu de time betima tua so amount na ayo ka
nyamjuma no aye
onyamjuma no aye say nyame be shira wa no shira wo o shira wo so na dia wo dia hye wo.
Wow.
So it's very hectic, very difficult.
One day I call Pastor Julios on a coach and sorry said oh yeah sorry you preaching ni bibia na mo nyina ma hwe o number no say obi tie won ka che obi be so no din kom na wan na ono mbom bai no ja
yeah that's so yeah oh say secretly yeah me am pai no last week Friday come here all night.
Oh wow.
Yeah, hold on every month last Friday of the month they are here all night.
Wow.
This month is a Friday we here by because of a year being in maybe they call last week. Every last month Friday of the month we are here watch night service. And me here prayers or Sunday and 6 to 8 we are here powerful prayer meeting or every Sunday your friend Jarvis hour prayer hour I am Pabokasi pa and any perfect chiri papa and obi a wo be o person oba bibia because I say the nyame ye wa asoro ho no massive
wa the nyame anim ni o ma ho kwa merade de we
the nyame ye wa asoro no massive
ma ho kwa merade de we aduma pa mi ma dance ya nkrofo di wo ho na ade na sabi on share fichire o da bia at radio so from Shirade ba kuma and wonye obi a
obi betimi aye obi bon enti
number
na anwade de nkrofo ka
on number
so bi wo ba bia na opeso baja bi sawa na titiri ya all night no
the speaker ya say so bi nso so
obi beto because ye na ka kire o mo se mo ntoma na ga so bi so beto ka kire o mo se mo me papa no onya speaker because
Pastor Julius, the more amunia, more dear. I set up a ministry and the Assemblies of God. Tough. So be here. Now be supporting ministry now. Pastor Julius and number. My number, I'm family number, but I'm supporting what it. Now, yeah, agent. Because I agent in your bro. Some me say they be because I don't make with me. There was a come show come you know 5,000 10,000. Now will be back all night with bomb per man now. I did been a done bomb per man. I didn't a flat talk when I catch on the way. Can watch the case or can wait 10,000 and I made you. Also, we are say. But one thing is almost what. Onye ko fa we ko we na say obi kra bomb pie na bibi omukwa as does it yeah eno na bebre na omo charge nkofo na it is this experience it omo yes how oh bisa bebre asofo bebre and omo say ye be charge ye be kwanchira ma wa they started like we have started but erade fouls ye bibi mani pana does it okọ on pep the big crank say obeba be boa na said ye wa he because nipa bebre na nam yensa so wo pe visa kwa bu chire wo pe wa bra ni fifo na bia wa mana igwanche ketu bi wo ye ya na nyame abie kwan obekwa kodu abutu afa wo friend kwa onfa sometimes obi kwa beka to so wo ha na dodo aden me na mfrɛ aha ndi nipa na we de ya na yesa na te de ya o ba no matwa bo na to and e wuwie na wo kwa wa ma bi ma me so say speakers yes ndi nipa bebre na wo that is the reason but some of us ya adwen say no matter what it is nyame na wo frɛ no obehwe eti momo anti na yenye san because ye jimudi say wade be kama koma na mo so mo de mo kakra bi abeboa ministry na ye na nti so obi ye mobrofo no ba ye ntia ye nko charge because the effect is obi nso wo a oba genuinely onibi na say obe charge na nsa na wahwe na on say no anu anwumre ya ko bi ba me che wa so down obi in factory ama che say a whole lot of problems are spiritually we go through me no ka say anhwe kura na otimi say adwuma nko so shut it down na osa epe be na brabo fa very ye bomb pa na sunsumu ni o ma bebre na sa nipa we adwuma nko ye kwa de obedi kra ye den na ye se oboa nti mo aye gimu di se mo beba be boa ye nti na sa afo na mo ye mo brofo ne ba na ya hwe mo no mo so go number no in that time na die number no
0547 853640 0547 853640 da asafo glory life age e okotwi twene ase obetumi aba hokọ sere nwumre Jabez hour na afi all night every last Friday of the month bia na one aba be bompae ya menhira
erade nhira mo bebre ene na nante ache Pastor Julius nyene kra erade nhira mo bebre mo nso no mu na ministry no entumi enyina wadaroma na ya da Remy Spices ase de yam kwan de ye froye emafie siesie kama pa Dr. Nimoni Wat Scientific Hospital area how no friend no can obema no edu every man Alexis the godson man of God there say the godson so Ezra na
just we ya we me free ha just
Marcos the chair na na kuara so
na kuara Marcos Ishmael and I can say I'm master wa evangelist and say team na solid and we me free ya me ko ha
Spices naima hello Mama Spices are ebe mama duane aye tasty, appetizing and delicious.
Spices day and no Remy Spices or dinner Remy dependable.
Remy Spices, Remy.
Hey, papa, what the Remy Spices you duane a? Emma wa duane ye fine. Kai say Remy Spices dey so who you so a. And for spices fufuro bia amfra. If we say Remy Spices dey or dinner home. Flavors no so dey bebre. Chicken, goat, jollof, stew. Spices bia wo hwehwe no. Remy will be ho. And for waduane dey ento chacha. Perfect. Remy Spices. Aduane ye dekeke. Kai say aduane bia ye the spices ye dey. For Remy Spices ye ni nyina.
Remy Spices, Remy.
FDA aje jodi nkratwe yatom.